All you shorties that's thinking this sweet, go your Cook County on Ville. Your ass go to the school wing. That's gladiator wing. That's where all the other YNs at. Ain't nobody older than 22 years old. You think you with that? You gonna see about it on Ville. One thing about jail, that's where you don't run from. You can't run from God at. You in the world, nigga.
That's where you can't run from. On bro, you gotta fight. On bro, ain't no buttons in there. Better get you a scrap. On bro, you better be ready to stab somebody, Shreddy.
Say if you go to an op deck, you know the ops over here. Your best bet is to bust out top. Cause if you sit on that deck and you lock down, you locked in, they gonna jump you. They gonna get on your top. But you gotta at least bust as soon as you come in or get the woof and do something. Cause if you sit down and try to lock in, cause I done seen that happen to him from Jojo World. He come through that saying some shit, and another nigga was like, hey yeah, oh you know who out the bam? He like, yeah, his ass a goofy whole time. This the he talking to. He just don't know all faces. He's like, yeah, you know who out the bam?
Whole time it's him.
It's him.
That's like me asking you know Slug. Whole time it's you. I don't even know it's you. I'm talking to the truck.
Yeah.
Boom, my mama came outside to face some problems.
Yeah.
Bro.
The bathroom, like we finna put he was a GD on something. They tell folks, come to the bathroom, we finna bless you in all this other shit. All you heard do. I was in school. I come back, the folks all beat up.
Look, this is the eye of the trenches.
But that's really like your own little world. It's like a whole nother world, folks. Jail like a whole nother world, gang. But it's like you locked in it. You can't leave it. But the difference between jail and being like and dead is like jail and death, folks. Like when you in jail, it's like you alive, but you dead to the world. But when you dead, you can't see this change. You can't see that. So from the jails, nigga, from the cell, nigga, you seeing everybody change. He would look. You can't say that if I'm still here. So the nigga's fucking. Ooh, nah, I wouldn't like that. You know I wouldn't like that. They did some backdoor. He wouldn't. No, I'm here, so I'm seeing this. But you can't. For you got no power in that cell, gang. You can't do no motherfucker.
They tell you when to go to sleep. They tell you when to eat. Bro, when to get on that phone, when to talk to your loved one, sure, that shit ain't it.
It's like having a dog. It's like telling a dog, go to sleep, go in your cage.
Pretty much like an animal now.
You an animal, folks. The same way I got my little Frenchie on Ville, the same way jail is. When I be seeing in the cage at nighttime, that's how jail is. I be walking, CO come walk, all you hear is the keys walking. You praying to God, they coming to your cell, you like, man, they finna come to my cell, call my name. And they don't come call your name, you like, damn, wait again another day. That's when you in Stateville, you just sitting in your cell, dark cell with your goofy celly, or if you got a cool celly. See, I got blessed with a cool celly, and I got blessed with an old ass celly on Ville. And let me tell you about the toilets. The toilets, nigga, on Ville, it flush every 5 minutes. So you gotta sit with it. You know, when you in a joint after Stateville, you can flush, but in there you gotta flush, wait 5 minutes. While you still shitting, you feel me?
So it's stank.
And you hearing it. You gotta rap. You gotta like say if my celly, I'm in that rapping, so I ain't gotta hear it on it. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta,
he boo boo.
Right there. So, and it's quiet.
The reason I ask these stories is to scare these shorties a little bit from this. You know,
they not scared of nothing.
Oh, you gonna be scared of cell. But like, the thing is, it's God.
When they go to jail.
One thing about jail, that's where you don't run from. You can't run from God at. You in the world, nigga.
That's where you can't run from. On bro, you gotta fight. On bro, ain't no buttons in there. Better get you a scrap. On bro, you better be ready to stab somebody, Shreddy. Ain't no fighting.
And then be doing life now. You hear me?
On bro, you hear my come back from court, they getting that football number.
So you can get poked out here, but like in Illinois, IDOC folk out here, niggas beat in jails. Just like in Cali and all that, New York, they stab up in the feds.
They shit out here, boy. On my mama, it's gangbang city in the county. There's pipes in there.
I'm talking about in the joint.
Oh no.
Unless you in.
You talking about Glock dookies?
No, that's bottle. I'm not talking
going down in the county.
Nice,
but in the joint, unless you like max, I'm a medium. I was a medium max. But when you go to max, that's where you'll get your killed at. Poking niggas up, even though it's hard to get out of the cell over there, because it's really 23 and 1 in that too.
And you only get that little dig right here.
That shit ain't it.
Dang. So you was in the county too?
Yeah, I was in the county, Shreddy.
How long you doing in the county?
I dressed in, dressed out. I sat in the county. Look, I got sentenced to 18 months at 50, Shreddy, 9 months. I did 7 months in the band, 2 months in the county. I dressed in, dressed out of Statesville, Shreddy. That was when I caught my first pipe case. But I couldn't get probation, Shreddy, none of that because of my juvenile cases, you feel me?
Oh, and all you shorties that's thinking this sweet, go your Cook County on Ville. Your ass go to the school wing. That's gladiator wing. That's where all the other YNs at. Ain't nobody older than 22 years old. You think you with that? You gonna see about it on Ville.
Niggas went on shit. Niggas when you come through out in the county. Yeah, you bump into one of the ops on my brother grave. They be trying to get on some race shit, Shorty. That's trying to kick it.
That's
bro,
all
you bump into the odds, they'll be like, man, what the
So
band?
what's the problem? Like, if y'all able to do that when y'all in there, why y'all can't do it in the
Ain't no doing that in
outside?
there. That's what they be trying to do.
But nah, what's some? You know, my platform ain't about none of that, this and none of that. So what's some
I'm just
positive?
saying,
Yeah,
like,
nah.
ain't no clicking up with motherfuckers, gang. That shit
No,
not
for
it.
sure,
Cause
100%.
then, like, how you look, boy? You got motherfuckers in there saying fuck your people, and then you gonna link up with them, boy. That shit, boy, you ain't gotta.
When you walk straight through the county, like say when you go to your deck, you got a bunch of shorties and they all yelling, "Where you from?" Now it's either you say where you from off top, like say he from the park, I'm from the park. Then you gonna either hit that. When them gonna say sure, you gonna hit that. Hey, that's them your people down there. Ooh, or you gonna hit that. Oh, it's good. Just go ahead, lock down. Ooh, see about it.
For sure.
But sometimes the COs be knowing. The COs I ask you, hey, where you from? On God, they be like, where you from? I'm from the Hundreds. My homies from like 67 in Morgan or something. With a Nick Marcelli, and I'm 67. I'm gonna put you over here, and I'm put you on DB and put him on DC. But DC was like JoJo World and all that shit, and DB was like BDs and other motherfuckers and all type of shit. But it got
that bitch. She stopped me at the front door, Shreddy. I'm walking in with my little mat and shit. You know what I'm saying? She, hold on, where you from?
yeah, they gonna ask you.
I'm a king.
These
She tell dude, sit down at the table. She, where you from? I'm a Cobra, but I ain't into it. My man, let me on this deck, man. You know what I'm saying?
They can either send them off or they can be like, you can help them out on Ville. Cause how it is, if you this what you could do too though. Like when you come out, say if you go to an op deck, you know the ops over here. Your best bet is to bust it out top. Cause if you sit on that deck and you locked down, you locked in, they gonna jump you. They gonna get on your top. But you gotta at least bust as soon as you come in or get the woof and do something. Cause if you sit down and try to lock in, cause I done seen that happen to him from JoJo World. He come through that saying some. And another nigga was like, hey, yeah, oh, you know who out the band? He like, yeah, his ass a goofy. Whole time, this the he talking to. He just don't know all faces. He's like, yeah, you know who out the band?
Whole time it's him.
It's him.
That's like me asking you know Slugga? Whole time it's you. I don't even know it's you. I'm talking to the truck.
Yeah.
Boom, my mama came outside to face them problems.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
They broke his to the bathroom. Like, we finna put, he was a GD on something. They tell folks, come to the bathroom, we finna bless you in, all this other shit. All you heard was do. I was in school. I come back, the folks all beat up. I'm like, you should already knew faces, gang. Nigga ain't know them faces. A lot of these do that research for you. Get into it, you doing all this hot, you YN, not knowing everybody for you gonna run into some that's really banging here, gang. And you gotta stand on what you say. That's one thing about jail. You gotta stand on it, folks. All that you rapping about, all that you be about, same way in the streets, and jail's gonna be the same way, folks. On Ville.
Dang.
Facts. I can't even really ask me where I'm from, Shreddy. I can't. A lot of motherfuckers duck they. Even if I wanted to duck my shit, okay, that smiles. Get on them. Come on, bro, quick. But I didn't even really have no problems in jail, Shreddy. I wasn't even in it too long. So.
They got no policies and shit, so they got no king policy. If Smiles go to an op deck and they say no king policy, they gonna roll them off top. They roll them.
Dang, every day?
Or it can be a no GD policy. It can be a no BD policy. Again, all that is policies in that niggas.
Bro, they'll be like this a no GD deck.
Yeah.
No king deck. Y'all gotta pack out.
That really be
now what's up to you? You gonna pack your shit and move around?
The Latin folks and the kings, nigga, it's either Latin folks cool over here or they not cool over there because the kings over here. They not gonna put Latin folks and kings together because it ain't gonna go right.
We don't need to get no about jail. We tryna.
Nah, I'm just,
Nah, I was just trying to. I already know. I was just trying to switch it up.
Nah, yeah.
We ain't gonna have that energy in there.
Yeah, we on that too long.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
for sure, we just.
What's the keys to staying out the way so you don't gotta be in that situation?
Man, gang, like I said earlier, folks, just avoiding certain situations, bro, and being in the place for too long, folks. And then if you want to post up in your hood, gang, you gotta respect the neighborhood, gang. Respect the neighbors, or they gonna be calling on your. You gotta take care of your community, gang. You can't be out there walking around. I be seeing all these interviews of laws, motherfuckers walking Gen 5s and shit. Motherfuckers be scared. That's why they be calling the police on y'all.
Yeah.
Bro, when you know this about how you conduct yourself. And
so why you feel like everybody why you think everybody feel like they gotta up pipes on the camera and all that?
Man, they chasing that shit. They clout chasing on, bro.
Do you ever feel like you chased it a little bit?
Hell yeah. When I was like 18, 19, I used to be. A lot of music videos with all them guns and shit, that's chasing that shit. I used to chase that shit.
So I don't know. At least you admit it a little bit. Everybody try to act like they.
But you gotta make it to our age to catch it, though. You can't be 19, 20, 21.
That's because you in it. You in it.
Yeah. Bro, this shit real life every day, gang.
Yeah, so
once you get to 25, you really playing defense. It's really defensive shit type going on. When you under 25, you really on Ville. You really on offense. On Ville.
Bro,
but they say the best defense create the best offense.
Yeah.
For real, though.
Facts.
That's why we ain't looking for no smoke, but we ain't ducking shit at all.